Yeah, so far.
Okay. Because I went back to the old pictures from last year and I looked at the format. I was like, I know I did it right. You know, tried to at least. So I changed the application and everything. There's a lot of stuff I have to crop. And I don't do that too much on my cell phone. Let's see, it's parallel circuit on the floor. Okay, let's see some wires over here. I don't want to unplug here. What is this? Oh, okay, I can do this. I'm not 100% sure if Onika be calling in. Because where she is in Miami, she's with family, so let's see. I'm going to the restroom. Be right back. Oh, you hit it for me?
I didn't touch it.
Oh, it must have did it by itself then.
It's 5 o'clock.
I see two Everlasting Life Wi-Fi's. One has EXT at the end, network EXT, and the other one says free.
Free.
Good free one. What's the unpassed code?
Good for you food.
Good.
Another email.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. Hold on. What's going on? You go open?
Yeah, I'm about to close.
Oh man.
You ready when you are?
Okay. Yeah, everything looks good. I just did a post about we waiting for our guests.
Yeah, it's if you wanted to share on your stuff, then it's already live. It just got your logo up.
Yes, sir. Season 2. Oh yeah, that flyer, that blue flyer.
I got that on there.
Yeah. Thinking that was the other one. I'm gonna wait till 5:15, and if I don't hear anything, I'll start and just go from there by myself.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
It is now 5:14. On a rock.
I was trying to time. Right at 5:15.
Did you send her the numbers and everything?
Yeah, I spoke to her yesterday and this morning. I texted her this morning, and she texted me back because I had to play this morning. So I texted her this morning, then I texted her again after service when I went home, came back and changed. All right, let's rock.
Alright. So I'm gonna mute this. Well, I'm gonna turn it down.
Okay.
So if she do come in, we can hear her.
Cool, no
And
problem.
I cut it back up.
Awesome.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. This is It Needs to Be Heard with Mr. Robert Eugene Young and my host, Miss Onika Terrell. In her absence, hopefully she will be calling in. She is actually in Miami with a family birthday party, so I'm really excited for her. We were trying to wait for her and our guests to call in, but we're going to continue on anyway because there are many other things that need to be heard. The name of our show today is entitled Female Empowerment Through STEM, which means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and mentoring. And we're really excited for Miss Tasha T-Mac is her nickname, McClellan, who actually runs a branding firm, but also has a background in engineering and fiber optics. So we're trying to keep that going consistently from what we had from last week with our guest, Miss Landy Jackson James. With our quick announcements, last week we had Ms. Landy Jackson James, which is the founder of DNA Awesome. That's DNA Awesome, which is a STEM pilot program in the Bowie, in the Maryland area, which plans on touching into the DC and Virginia markets as well. But Ms. Landy is from the Virgin Islands. She matriculated through Georgia University, and with her loving husband, Al James, and her 3 daughters. She was a really phenomenal woman who was doing great things in science and technology in the community. If you need to reach her, she can be reached at 678-458-5651. That's 678-458-5651. And the email address is Landy, that's Landi, at DNA Awesome. So basically that A is there for everything. So it's DNAWESOME.com. So and also with the website www.dna.awesome. So please support her and find out how it can help your community and also help her as well. Also, as always, we thank eLife Media Studios for this opportunity. If you have any suggestions, would like to have a show here as well, please call eLife Media Studios at the restaurant. This is one of the contacts, and that's 301-324-6900. That's 301-324-6900. Once again, you can always call into It Needs to Be Heard at 240-455-5934. Today just might be that great day. Things happen, and we understand that also our guest, she's actually on travel on a 16-city tour with one of her clients, I believe so. But this would be a good day for you to call in at 240-455-5934. Just a few of our announcements today. As always, the Peacock House, which is the commercial and meeting space for entrepreneurs to operate and sell their products from one day or short-term or long-term basis. For more information, please contact Dr. Chichi at 240-413-9431. That's 240-413-9481. They provide business coaching, entrepreneur sessions, and pitch meetings for adults and children. This is also where myself, I'm holding my Zumba classes on Mondays at 7:30. I changed the time from 7 to 7:30, which is located at 5608 St. Barnabas Road, Oxon Hill, Maryland 20745. That's 5608 St. Barnabas Road, Oxon Hill, Maryland 20745. And the fee is $7. If you don't have it, still come. All right, also another announcement, and for those who would like to support It Needs to Be Heard, can send monetary expressions of affection to GoFundMe.com/It Needs to Be Heard. That's with an S. PayPal using our email address, It Needs to Be Heard at gmail.com, and the Cash App $It Needs to Be Heard. And we all are really excited about what we can also do in the community. We plan on doing some more volunteer work as well and motivational speaking. This next announcement is I'm gonna spell it out. It's Ni Chick, and it's a new and used tire place. And about a month ago, I had a situation where I was on my way to choir rehearsal, and they were able to get my tire plugged and fixed, and I was there. I was probably late, maybe about 15 minutes, but that's pretty good, stemming the circumstances from me getting there, they getting it done, and me getting back on the road. And their number is 202-486-1909. And that's 202-486-1909. And basically what you're seeing right now doing the announcements is basically one of the endeavors that our guest held in New York. And we will elaborate on that soon. Also, they're located, the Nichick new tires and used tires, they're located at 646th Street in Washington, D.C. Basically, they're right off of Nettie Hellenboroughs. Used to be Dean Road many years ago, or Dean Avenue many years ago, and 46th Street, right off of 44th. And that's 646th Street Northeast. Also, the next announcement is actually my secretary. Her daughter has an awesome business called Revive Total Image Studios. It's called Revive Total Image Studios, and it's in Bryans Road, Maryland. And the address is 6942 Indian Head Highway. That's 6942 Indian Head Highway. And her number is 301-458-6942. She does an array of, you can find that also on Facebook. She's a cosmetologist, but she do an array of other services, which actually she's trying to raise $1,800. She already have raised $700 to buy a sauna as one of her services in her community. Her name is Kimberly, and her number again is 601-458-6942. And as we mentioned earlier, that with the pictures that's coming up with Tasha McLeland, nicknamed Tasha T. Mac, but the name of her company is Tasha McManagement Group. And in a nutshell, we're going to expound on that a little later. But as I go through our announcements and other shows that are upcoming, I would like to touch on about four or five shows that we got coming up in the upcoming weeks. One of our guests was going to be Stacy. I'm gonna spell her last name. Not gonna mispronounce it. Beaz. She said Noah Oceanographer, and she's gonna be with us, also focusing on STEM and also about environmental intelligence. As you can see now, that's Miss T Mac right there. We're hoping that she's able to call in. She was in Texas last week. She's in Chicago yesterday, and today she's in Atlanta. So hopefully she'll be able to call in. Another show is gonna be also about life and herbs. That's going to be one of our up-and-coming shows. Our very first on-site show, well, not on-site, but I'll be on-site, and then Onika will be here, will be Fork Over Knives Potluck on-site at the potluck. So basically what Forks Over Knives is a vegan group, and they teach many things about healthy living, cooking, and living. And also they have another concept that they go by called SOS. SOS means no salt in a food, no sugar in a food, and no oil. And basically what that basically means, all of our foods have some type of sodium, some type of oil, and some type of glucose in it. So that's what it means in a nutshell. So it sounds kind of far-fetched when you first think about it, but once you look at the molecular structure of everything that we consume from the earth, it has those elements in it. And also, I'm very excited about Mr. Alberto Soto that I met a couple of Fridays ago at a DC function, DC Awareness or Business Networking function called Our DC. I'm very excited to have him in the very near future, and also a very dear friend of mine whom I've seen matriculate through her medical school and open up her new dermatology business, and also her book that she released, Miss Yolanda Lindsay. We're really excited to have her in the very near future as well. As I said before, you can call in. Today would be a great day of calling in at 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-5934. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to read through T-Mac's biography. All right, and it says after owning and operating a successful electrical engineering company specializing in node optimization and fiber optic mapping for 6 years, Tasha felt that with creative branding strategies and the business would expand and acquire prime contract opportunities. Through savvy target marketing campaigns, the company client base extended to include cable television, Comcast, Time Warner, and RCN within 2 years. The continuous success of the Art of Communication birthed Tasha Mick Management Group, a consulting company dedicated to brand development, strategic marketing, activation, sponsorship, financial analysis, training, and management. And that's what she's doing right now. Tasha prides herself on working in partnership with every client to ensure their brand vision is always authentically presented. Our clients have enjoyed recurring distribution deals, high visibility placement, exposure to new markets through in-house infrastructure, amongst other equitable gains. At Tasha McManagement, this is what their motto is: we don't create brands, we cultivate them. We protect them and share their light to the world. Process, progress, and profit. Process, progress, and profit. When I met Tasha, basically I was at a community meeting at the Benning Dorothy Height Library on Benning Road in northeast DC. And what I wanted to highlight on is one of her events that was called Breaking the Ice. And it's a part of her outreach of her business that she started not too long ago. And basically what it does, it helps young girls with 4 things. And those things are, I'm gonna go down to my notes. All right. Yes, I'm going down to my notes right here. Okay, here we go. Yes, and so basically they focus on quite a few things. And one of those things that they focus on are basically is conformity, self-esteem, purpose, and an ego. So in succession, it talks about the insecurities. It talks about conformity and ego. And ultimately, with Breaking the Ice, she chose 4 girls for 4 weeks, for 4 sessions, for empowerment, self-care, creative expression, mentoring, and team building. Once again, she chooses 4 girls between the ages of 8 to 12 for 4 weeks, for 4 sessions, and they touch on also about empowerment, self-care, creative expression, mentoring, and team building. And as I was reading that, only I guess in my life and the things that I've experienced living in this area of the world, I see that in some cases that I hear the thing about how women don't get along, or they always in competition with each other. And when I read this, and she's working with these young ladies at a very early age, I'm very happy that she is addressing these things. As you heard, that she had a very lucrative career in electrical engineering, optimization, node optimization, and fiber optics. But she felt the need to do this for the community in regards to outreach. Hopefully when she calls in, I want to ask her what she means by intentional pursuit of me. Intentional pursuit of me. Also 360 degrees of abundance. And she also says that you can contact her in regards to nominating a young girl to be in that group. So she's actually in this area, but she does quite a bit of traveling, as we know today. If you need to reach her, she can be reached at 443-718-0873. That's 443-718-0873. Once again, her website is Tasha McManagement, and management is abbreviated. So altogether it's TASHAMCMGMT.com. And also on Facebook under the same name, and also under her personal name, Tasha McGleeland. Tasha McGleeland. Excuse me. So as we know that it needs to be heard has a broad arrangement of topics and a broad arrangement of individuals that they would like to showcase. And like I said earlier, there are quite a few shows that we do have coming up. I think Nika and myself talks about quite a few things that we plan on doing to touch on relationships as a whole, being single in the DMV, also what it means to date, what it means to be in a relationship, and how to be very forthcoming and transparent at the beginning to not just save yourself time but also the individual's time. What I've come to learn is that you might like someone, but if they don't like you, at this point in your life, you should understand that you can't make somebody like you, but to continue to move on. If you guys are friends, all right, cool. But if you made that very clear, that's one of the very tough things to learn, not just as an older person, but as a young adult, because you're going to have situations where you have a little crush on a girl, or the girl has a crush on a boy, and they don't feel the same about you. It's tough, but me having lived through it, it's best for you to be like, okay, at least you let the person know. At least you let the person know, and you can go from there. But that's a great thing where people either force themselves to be in a relationship that they know they really didn't want to be in, or be in a relationship that really ends very bad because one of the individuals really wasn't into it at the beginning. And I know, I'm quite sure that this is nothing new under the sun, that our forefathers, mothers, uncles, and great-great-grandfathers and things went through that as well. But if it's someone that likes you, you don't like them back, just be transparent with them. Like, I'm not really into you. And sometimes it's best just to cut it off, because you try to be friends, try to make it work. Nah, it gets nasty. It gets nasty in a very uncomfortable way. And one of you going to either just stop calling the other person or just go off on the other person. But it's not necessary. And now this is something that I wasn't taught. Unfortunately, I learned the hard way through my own life experiences, being on both sides. But if someone is into you and you're not into them, just like very transparent. And even if they try to be friends, the best thing is just to cut it off. Or if you are into someone, they're not into you, sometimes just be like, hey, let bygones be bygones, or just let that person be who they are. And then maybe down the road you cross paths again, but it will save yourself a lot of time. Those feelings will subside, and you'll feel better. Like I said before, one of the best accomplishment that you would get from it is by letting that person, at least saying something about it, in which in our lives we sometimes go past many situations being passive aggressive, which means we don't do it but really wish we did it. Okay? And some other things that we have coming up with the season is the 5 love languages, something that I'm really excited about. Also, the joys of fatherhood. We will also be revisiting veterans and disability eligibility and awareness. And let me see some other people that I've talked to. And that's about it, because before we know it, we're going to be halfway through the season, in which this is our second season. And like I said before, this would be a great time for you to call in at 240-455-5934. And we have continued to spread the word about the eLife Media Group. They have a great opportunity here for anyone that wants to try to get that media presence on the internet. Also internationally, when you think about the internet. Also, as I was preparing for the show today, what came to mind that if you have a church or organization and you have youth at your church, this will also be a great opportunity to give them exposure in this particular field. Also a way for them to practice public speaking and awareness, and also social media presence. So think about that. Make that investment in the future. You just really never know what that kid or child or teenager might become. So what I'm saying is, you might be looking for a new ministry, a new way to enrich in your organization's youth lives, and using this platform will be something that you can utilize. And speaking of platforms, let me go back to what our show is about. And the show, It Needs to Be Heard, is a community-based show driven by integrity and will sustain respectable standards in all arenas. We also shine the light on persons nationally and internationally who are making a positive impact on humanity as a whole. We are also providing social support and to act as a mouthpiece amplifying the voices of those who have noteworthy causes. We cover topics such as politics, finance, the harmony of diversity between men and women and culture, parenting, dating, grief counseling, real estate, health and wellness, authors, rappers, and much more. And as you know, the show airs every Sunday for right now at 5 p.m. And we thank you for your support so far. And also, we also on YouTube Live at It Needs to Be Heard on our channel. One of our slogans is, we can't assume that everyone knows the basic things we know. If your background is different, what you know is different. There's a lot of information out here, and I hear the men out in the cafe here at Everlasting Life talking about many things, from politics to racism to discrimination to world history, and many things I've never heard. But some of the things I have heard of, and the reality is, living in this world, we do not know a lot of things because it's withheld from us. So there's a reason that you may not be as familiar or aware of things, because it's purposely held from us. But if you continue to seek and look for things, you will find it. The other thing is, our purpose statement is that I mentioned before, and in our slogan is all the same. Where our desire is to be a community-based show driven by integrity and will sustain respectable standards in all arenas. And what that means is that there would be nothing, we will not compromise. There might be things about that somebody might try to sponsor us, but it could be about something that we're not, nothing that we support. We might be invited to events to speak or to be announcers for that we will not support. So that's what that basically means. No matter what the arena, no matter what the background, no matter what the situation, you can count on It Needs to Be Heard to have integrity, to move forward, to withhold a standard in our community. And one of the things that I'm really excited about, there is a nonprofit organization in Southeast DC called Bread for the City, and they provide quite a few services for individuals who are homeless or is trying to re-enter society. One of the things that I like about it is that unlike other places that accept your clothing and things for donations, they don't charge. I was there at one point as I was giving. There was people coming off the street that needed gloves, that needed a coat, that needed pants, that needed a shirt. They were able to give that to them, and it's called Bread for the City. They have two locations. One is in Northwest DC, and the other is off of Good Hope Road. Is that Good Luck? Yeah, Good Hope Road in Washington DC, off of Minnesota Avenue. And also, they also have, if you have resume writing, interview coaching, teaching you how to dress and present yourselves for interviews. It's a really dynamic situation that I drove by many times not knowing what it was, but my supervisor shared with me that he grew up in that community and said that he had just given them a donation. So I've already reached out to them to donate my time in a different way. And once it matriculates, I'm gonna let everybody know what that is. So I'm really excited about that. But that's called breadforthecity.org. I see we have a few viewers. We thank you for viewing today. I do apologize that our guest and my co-host was not able to call in today. But as always, It Needs to Be Heard is here for you. If you're someone that you would like for us to showcase and to utilize this platform for them, please let us know. Email us at itneedstobeheard, that's with an S, that's needs with an S, at gmail.com. It needs to be heard, that's needs with an S. And let us know about these individuals. Another young lady that comes to mind is Dr. Jordan. She's a professor at Bowie State University. And I'm excited about what she's going to share with us moving forward as well. All right, so let me look at a few other things, and if I don't hear it from you or anyone else, we're going to be wrapping this up pretty quick today, which is perfectly okay because that's a part of life. Only thing you can do is plan, but the outcome could be something else. All right, let me look at a few other things. And once again, we do thank Landy James, or Landy Jackson James, for being our guest last week. She was phenomenal about what she's doing and trying to and working. She's doing her part in the community with DNAawesome.com. That's DNAWESOME.com. Her email address is Landy, that's LANDI, at DNAawesome.com. And she can be reached also at 678-458-5651. Many of you know, as we were talking last week, She said that she was actually already in talks with my high school alma mater, the Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, and I'm quite sure it was in connection to the pre-engineering magnet program that they've had at Dunbar for many, many, many years. I was a little excited for those who saw it, and I know that the studio engineer was a little excited, saw my excitement, but all is well. We should be excited and passionate about something. And I'd like to just hit on a few other things before we close. I'm going back to the Peacock House, the network of businesses that's out there to help those of you who have a business already or trying to start up a business, to give you business mentoring at all levels. This opportunity is not just subject to adults, but also to children, because you have many children out there that have many, many ideas as well, in which we can profit from. And you can contact Dr. Chi-Chi at 240-413-9481. That's 240-413-9481. And also, this is also where I hold my Zumba classes on Mondays at 7:30 at 5608 St. Barnabas Road, Oxon Hill, Maryland. Just to give you a few ideas of what's already been utilized, this space is being utilized for. If you need a place to hold meetings, if you need a place to hold trainings, if you say, for instance, you sell clothing and you need a bigger space just for a couple of days, that's a good location. Say if you sell food, this can be a place where you can have people meet you because it has adequate parking where you can have people who knows your product. You don't have to have a long-term agreement, but this could be something that you can use this space for. Once again, they have weekly meetings for entrepreneurs, especially for minority women. They have weekly meetings and pitch meetings. A pitch meeting is when you have an idea, you pitch the idea to, it's almost like they're a sounding board. You're asking for their feedback. They give you like advice. They say, oh, that's a great idea. Maybe you can consider these things. So that's what a pitch meeting is. And this place can be used from 1 day to several days to long term. Like for me, my agreement is for 8 to 9 weeks that I'm there 1 day out of the week. But you can rent the space as long as you want for several days of the week for a particular time. Just for me, you may not want to be there from 7:30 to 8:30 because I'll be there with the Zumba class. But other than that, this is just throwing ideas at you that you may not have thought about, because sometimes when you have an idea, I won't say that it's overwhelming, but you just need input from other people that's been doing it, or also business-minded people such as yourself. And as I come to a close, right now, what I would like to share with individuals in this season, compartmentalization. Compartmentalization in regards to life is how you place people and things in your life. It is so vital, especially as an entrepreneur, to be around other entrepreneurs. It's not a negative thing on the other people around you, but entrepreneurs think a different way. We have a different level of patience. We have a different level of taking risk. So surround your people around people that's doing things that you do. Even as a kid, if you want to do well in school, hang around kids that you see that's doing well in school. If you want to be into some type of sport, hang around kids that are doing a certain type of sport. But just know that the people that are around you on every level has an effect on your life. If you are a young boy or a little girl that's trying to hold on to your virginity, hang around, talk to some adults, or find out that there was some other kids that's not talking about sex all the time. Put yourself in a predicament that you will not be subject to that. And it's a reality. And I truly personally believe that not all kids are really on that sex tip. I just believe that society is pushing it and pushing it. But there are many that are, because statistics show that in the DMV, the STDs and AIDS is very prevalent from teenagers to individuals in the lower 30s. So having said that, just stay around people that doing things that you want to do. Don't feel ashamed that you don't want to have sex before marriage. Don't feel ashamed that amen. I wish I never did it. Amen. I was a freshman in college, but what I know now is one thing is this, and you can take this all the way. Sex is sacred. Sex is sacred. It's special. It's a reason why I feel so good. All right. It's a reason why you keep going back. But what I want to share is one of the purposes for sex is to bring two people together forever. That's why it's so powerful. is strong. All right. Don't let nobody tell you that men can just jump into a female and jump out and don't feel nothing. No, he has left something there with that woman, just like that woman has given something with him that he will always have. So if you never heard it before, you heard it here first. One of the main purposes for sex is to bring two people together forever. That's why it's so amazing, and that's why it's so strong. Or find people going back to situations that they know they don't supposed to be in, but they're supposed to be with two people that's going to be together forever, so you can enjoy one another. Once again, this is It Needs to Be Heard. Now that you heard it, what will you do? I'm Mr. Robert Eugene Young, my co-host. Onika, I know you tried. You text me, but all is well to make it today, but you didn't. But we have more shows to come, and we are really excited about the future moving forward. And once again, we thank eLife Media Group and the wonderful engineers, Mr. Robinson, that's been here since day one for us. He probably was here before we came. But we thank him very much, and we thank you for joining us today here, not just on Facebook, but also on YouTube Live. Thank you very much, and good night. Thank you, sir.
You good? I tried to ask you a couple questions
Oh, you did?
on
I saw him coming up. I wasn't sure what that was.
I asked you a couple questions about what's going on currently.